Every other human being who would want to go to another person to seek financial assistance, you must always agree. You that is lending the money must agree with the person that is borrowing that money from you on the exact amount of money he or she wants to borrow from you, when he is going to pay back, the manner in which the money is going to be paid back, whether it's going to be a whole payment or it's going to be an installmental or partly paid. You also, where it is going to be paid with interest, you're going to also agree how much the interest is going to be, when the interest is going to be due, when that principal sum that the person is borrowing from you is going to be due. Why? Because there is this saying, I know they agree, na in the tear shirt. So to also avoid stories like, do you know who I am? You must agree from the beginning. I always tell people, when it is business time, you will look for the ingredients, the principles that you're going to apply that will give force to that business. Should anything anyhow go wrong in the course of executing that business, and remove the garment of sentiment and put it away. You cannot wear the garment of sentiment and enter into business. No way, it cannot work. Because the reason why people enter into business is because they want to make improvement, they want to make profit. So the other person who is coming to you has a need that he wants to satisfy. So the only way that both of you can work like business people is when you remove the cloth of sentiment and put it away. Because you're going to have very serious problem when the person on the other side is talking law, is talking principles, is talking practical things, and you are putting sentiment on the table. You will have very serious problems. You will have very serious disappointments. So what I tell people is, as you're coming into that business, come with that mentality that you're looking for change, you're looking for ways to improve, you're looking for ways to advance, you are there to make profit, and that's what are the rules that are governing that thing, that business. That's where you can make very rational decisions. So that is why I always tell people another thing, that there is no knowledge that is a waste, there is no information that is a waste, because the principles that you know, you can also apply it in your own personal life and it will produce the same results. So I'm saying this because we are going somewhere. We want to talk about a continuation of the power of a company to borrow money. Just like human beings who spell out details about the total amount they want to borrow, when to pay back, how to pay back, if there is an interest, are you going to write off some of the debts? You must specify all these details in your agreement with the person. Some people can go as far as writing it down, because documents, they speak for themselves. Even if it is an oral agreement, you look for somebody that will be your witness, that yes, this discussion was actually held. All right? In the same vein, because companies have been granted the power to borrow money. They are also expected under the Companies and Allied Matters Act to draw up a document that will show on the face of that document that yes, this company has borrowed money from so and so, have issued this document, and that person has become a holder of that document called the debenture holder. So the question now is, what are you going to include in that document? The law says you will do what? State out the principal sum. If there's any discount, you must state it there. You must state if there is any interest, you must state that interest and the date of payment of that interest. You must also state the date that that principal sum is going to be paid. Now, there are different types of debenture. We're not talking about that one today. There are different types of debentures. So if the one that you have decided to issue as a company is the one that can be converted, which is called the convertible debentures, if that is the one that you're issuing out to that person, to the holder, you must state at what point the holder can convert it into shares in that company. You can stipulate conditions. You can also stipulate the cost of the shares that the person can convert to. So that at that time, the stipulated time, automatically, instead of paying that money back to the debenture holder, you now convert it into shares in your company. This means that if it is a company that is doing very well, it is also an opportunity for such a debenture holder to invest in that company, because everybody is looking for better opportunities to get better results. This is Xavier Law Essence. Here we give you premium legal tips to help you make informed decisions, live informed life, and discover the best version of yourself. We'll see you again.